if this can come down to zero, as you can see historically, most of the time, unless the decline is rapid and we're doing like economic implosions, recessions don't really print until output gap is negative for the most part, right? And I think that this is the situation that we're running into right now where output gap can fall, even if it's the 2022 levels, right? So you have this output gap fall, and it allows the Fed to take the grip off the or off of rates and loosen the economy a little bit. Because if they cut rates now and the output gap has not fallen, what's happening is this is basically an indication that there's excess inflationary pressures in the system that the Fed is putting a cap on. So if the output gap falls, the Fed can release some pressure, in turn bring rates down, right? In turn, there'll be some hit to net interest expenses, which in turn will help the deficit without necessarily crashing the economy and crashing tax receipts. And you have a little bit of a dampening on that deficit value, which I think the market would really appreciate if we can get that. This is again very obscure. How this happens, we'll see, but no one seems to be thinking about this or talking about this, which kind of makes me think it's one of those things that could possibly happen and nobody could see coming, which would be very interesting, obviously, if it does. But I think that this is a more of an obscure solution to the complex deficit problem we have. It's not a permanent it's not a permanent fix. Obviously, spending needs to get cut as well. But I think that this would be obviously a positive signal for the market and for the administration to see deficit values lifting a bit.
Yeah. I wonder if XLU is kind of giving us a hint at the slowdown. If you look that up, like it's been holding up very well throughout all of this.
Yeah, honestly,